Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli, and a few weeks ago, I was lucky enough to go to a college and career fair at my son's school, and I got to meet with so many great colleges right here in Georgia and even some out of state. So I thought here in the next couple of months and into the new year, we would start to sprinkle in little colleges here and there so that if you and your family are getting ready to graduate high school, or you're in your last couple of years of high school anyway, that you have something to put on your radar and people to contact and places to go and visit. First one up with me today is Gwinnett Technical College, and with me, Juan Wilson. He is the coordinator of the support services at Gwinnett Technical College, also the president of Georgia Ahead. So we'll get to that here in just a little bit too. Hi, Juan. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being on the show. So, Juan, tell me a little bit about the programs that are offered at GTC.
So we have over 140 different from healthcare to computer information systems to drafting to radiology to sorts of trade um, type careers for our students, and it varies. We have degrees, diplomas, certificates.
So, what are some of the certificate-based programs about?
So the certificate-based programs are embedded into a lot of our diploma programs. So, like for instance, if you are interested in going to business technology, we have those type of certificates embedded into our programs. The certificates primarily are just added additions to a lot of the students' careers and certificates that they already had. So a lot of our certificates are already embedded into a lot of our. They just don't have a degree, but they have a specialty in a certain area of skill sets. So that when they leave, they have a degree. They may have some certificates in computer information system, networking, and things of that nature. So it makes their resume a little bit more robust.
Which we all need today to be competitive and earn the paycheck.
Exactly, exactly.
So now, when it comes to degree-seeking students there, are there any differences when a child is going through the support services at GTC? Like, are there modifications? What can families expect as far as support?
So all of our students come through the standard process. They all have to come in with a high school diploma, have to submit their transcripts, and then once they have met our acceptance policy, then they will come in and meet with our support staff. And in that meeting, we have an intake process, and we read their documentations, we analyze it, we make the determination what are considered reasonable accommodations. And so they follow the same process. There's nothing that changes as per se as their course selections. But we do work with our great team. Our faculty members are phenomenal to ensure that our students have access to the curriculum and make sure that we're following ADA guidelines and policies.
So, and these are for degree-seeking students. Now, once a child is getting close to graduation, even whether they're diploma, certificate, or degree-based, is there like job placement helping to coach? Because sometimes, especially for kids on the spectrum, it's very difficult to get through an interview process. You certainly don't want to say anything that's socially awkward and not acceptable. And so, I'm sure, is there someone that's coaching those interviews or helping to place people in the right jobs that fit?
Great question as well. We have a great career services. We have what we call launch point. So with our career services, our director actually has a background in vocational rehab. We can set up mock interviews for our students through career services. We can assist them with resume support. We can provide all of those type of resources for students as well. And on the as we are moving through it, we are working on developing external partners that will work with our talented young folks, because a lot of our talented young folks are graduating with degrees and diplomas, and they want to be part of society. They want to be part of the workforce arena. So we have a great team. It's the old African proverb, it takes a village. And so all of our students get an opportunity to touch bases with our various departments, to to kind of get the feel of how it is to be here at Gwinnett Technical College. Yes.
When we get back, we're going to find out what everyone wants to know. How much does school cost? Stay with me.
Life with the Spectrum would like to thank our friends at Don's Tree Service. Mention that you heard it here and get 10% off. 770-413-TREE. If you'd like to have your business name here, reach us at gcast.com.
Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. With me today, Juan Wilson, who's the coordinator of support services over at Gwinnett Technical College and also the president of Georgia Ahead, which we'll get to in just a little bit. But Juan, everybody's going to want to know, what's tuition like there at GTC?
Wow. Tuition here at Gwinnett Technical College is very inexpensive. It's about $100 per credit hour. For students to be here at Gwinnett Technical College. We have what we call Hope Scholarship. We have Hope grants for our students as well. So we have a lot of financial opportunities for students to be successful here at Gwinnett Technical College.
How big is the campus anyway?
Well, we have two campuses. We have one located in Lawrenceville, and then we have one located in the Alpharetta, North Fulton area. So our North Fulton area, we serve a little bit over 1,200 students here at the college. We're kind of getting back into our pre-pandemic situation, so we have a phenomenal team that's working hard to get us back on campus. But the tuition is very reasonably priced for our students to be able to come in and get them in and get them out without having to break their banks, so to speak. So it's very affordable.
Can kids live on campus at GTC, or do they have to stay elsewhere?
So Gwinnett Technical College does not have housing, so students will need to either live on their own or live at home with friends and things of that nature. So we do not have housing on the campus. No, sorry.
I think what's nice about smaller colleges, whether technical or not, is that, some of the bigger campuses, it's a lot of sensory overload, right? And so when you're only dealing with 1,500 to 2,000 kids, it's a lot smaller and is much more manageable for someone who does have sensory issues, right?
Most definitely. What's great about the feedback I've gotten from a lot of parents for the Alpharetta campus is that right now we have one building on the Alpharetta North Fulton campus. So a lot of parents feel very comfortable having their students or their child come to our campus because it's just the one building. And they know at some point they may have to go to the Lawrenceville campus, but starting off, it gives them the opportunity and security of feeling like it's just the one campus. They don't have to wander off too far, and they know how the building is set up. So as far as sensory integration, it makes it work really well because the students don't have to feel that overload of trying to find building A or building B. They just in one building, and it gives them that safe and secure opportunity just to be able to get to class and, navigate from, floor 3 to 2 and 1. Yes.
And what's the success rate for graduates there at GTC? Like, how many folks do you have graduating every year? And maybe you don't know this, or maybe you do, like with the certificate-based as well as the diploma.
Logistical data for that particular moment at this present moment. I know primarily I work with our students with disabilities. So, for instance, I started here in 2016, and so in 2021, the first batch of students that I started off with in 2016 got a chance to walk in 2021. They participated in graduation. So it took them a little longer, but it was the first batch of students, and I was very excited. A lot of them graduated with their degrees in computer information systems. Some graduated with web design. So it was nice seeing them walk across the stage with their cap and gowns and successfully completing a 2-year degree, and some completed a diploma degree as well.
It's never too early to start thinking about college or a trade school like Gwinnett Technical College. Where can people find all of the different programs that are offered by GTC? What's the website people can go to?
So you can go to Gwinnett Tech .edu. You'll be able to find all of our great information from the enrollment process to disability services to veteran services. You'll be able to find all of it on our website, and it's very easy to navigate through.
Sitting with me today, Juan Wilson, the coordinator of support services at Gwinnett Technical College. But Juan, you're also the president of Georgia Ahead. And when we get back, we're going to find out what it is and why it matters. Stay with me.
I'm Lyra Gillenwaters. Thanks for checking out this episode of Life with the Spectrum. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll always see the newest episodes when they come out.
Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. Juan Wilson, the coordinator of support services over at Gwinnett Technical College, is sitting with me today. But Juan, you're also the president of GA Ahead, or Georgia Ahead. What is it and why does it matter?
Well, Georgia Ahead is the Association of Higher Education and Disability. Primarily, it is a nonprofit organization that is hosted through the state of Georgia, and we work with all of the post-secondary education systems here. We work with all of the 22 technical institutions that's with Georgia. We have independent colleges, the USG university systems schools as well. Our job is to just have a connection with all of the institutions about disability services. We provide a lot of training to all of our paraprofessionals, well, not paraprofessionals, but all of our disability service specialists to ensure that they have all of the necessary tools to be successful working with our students with special talents and needs.
Do you train these people online or in person?
It's primarily online, mostly because we're so spread out throughout the state of Georgia that we just do not have a area that we can actually go to actually host a conference. So a lot of our conferences are held online, and then we have breakout sessions. And we have a lot of professional folks who have donated their time to provide us, specialized trainings in certain areas. And it's great because we get a chance to see one another and chat with one another and then learn from one another on what's happening with different institutions.
I was just going to say, how cool is it that the University of Georgia might be doing something like this over here, which is really innovative, and then GTC is doing this, and you guys compare notes, and then it's like, and then
Exactly.
something else morphs out of that is truly a benefit to our young adults, both on the spectrum and with disabilities in general.
Different challenges that we have at our institution, we learn something new and we get a chance to figure out how we can make that happen for another student. We have a lot of students who are attending our school right now who are on the spectrum, and they have various different talents and skill sets. And so it's really nice to be able to call a colleague at another institution and throw an idea out and figure out what is the best way to support this student. Because at the end of the day, that's our goal, is to make sure that all of our students have accessibility, are receiving reasonable accommodations, and being treated equitably while they're here at the college. So it's really nice to be able to have that balance and not feel like everything is on you, but we can reach out to other institutions and professional experts.
Oh, yeah. Now, where can people get that website? You have a website, because you said mostly it's online. Tell everyone where Georgia Ahead is online.
You can actually just go to Georgia Ahead, GAHEAD.org, and you should be able to get memberships, and board members are listed as well. So yes.
Have you seen, just in your professional, time that you've been at GTC, have you seen folks that have gone from, let's say, a certificate-based program to say, you know what, I think I can handle it, and go on to a degree-seeking program there at GTC?
You have students who have gone from associates to a certificate, and from a certificate to a degree. It just depends on how they are coming into the system. Some students just want a certificate and that's all they want to do at that moment. And then later on, they may come back and finish up their diploma and then move on to an actual associate's degree. So that's the great joy about being at a technical institution, is that there's versatility. You don't just have to come in and get a degree. You can come in for a specialized certificate in an area of study that works best for you.
Yeah, it's something that you're interested in, which is great because I have a lot of young adults, Juan, that come to our Table Talk events every month, and many are alumni from GTC. So it's nice to not only hear their story, but then also to know that they're working and that they're successful and they're productive. It makes my heart smile, and so it should make your heart smile too.
I just love the fact that I get a chance to see our students start and finish. And then the support from the parents is even greater, because the parents are kind of at a loss on what's the next step after high school. So I'm glad that we can be the next educational institution for them to be able to come and, complete their education and still be part of the workforce.
Now, one last question I have, because it's not just all about school when you're in college, right? It's a little
Yes.
bit about the fun, too. Does GTC have little fun nights or things for the kids to do outside of actually going to class?
We have the Student Ambassador Program. We have the Student Government Association. We have a variety of different clubs that any of our students can participate in and still be part of Gwinnett Tech and still get the socialization piece of it and still get the academic at the same time. Yes.
I love it. Juan Wilson, coordinator of the support services at Gwinnett Technical College, as well as president of Georgia Ahead. Thank you so much for being with me today, Juan.
For having me. Just chatting about Gwinnett Technical College. Yes.
With over 140 programs, Gwinnett Technical College might be the right place for you, your son or daughter, to at least keep on the radar as a place to check out once they're ready to apply for college. And to know that it's a smaller campus is even better, right? Don't want that sensory overload, especially when you're a freshman in school. With degree-seeking programs as well as certificate-based programs, there's something for everyone at Gwinnett Technical College. And then also to just plug in there the fact that Juan was the president and is the president of Georgia Ahead, that's huge to know that our universities, our post-secondary schools are really working together for the betterment of our young adults with any disability. That's huge, right? Because what's working at one college might transcend and work at another, and vice versa. This is just wonderful to know that Georgia Ahead even exists. I didn't know this, and maybe you didn't either, but now we do. So thanks again for checking in to Life with the Spectrum. For the full audio portion, you can always grab Life with the Spectrum now as a podcast on all the major players, Spotify, Google, Apple, that kind of thing. And then, of course, we appreciate you just checking in right here each and every week on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. As we continue to live this crazy journey called life, we'll continue to keep checking in to Life with the Spectrum. See ya.
Bye.